So you can see that he's a Santa, but he has a nice smile.
As a self-taught sculptor of over 50 years,
So you look at him, you kind of want to smile with him.
Roger Wermers
But he has to have the ball here so people can see he's a Santa.
is no stranger to creating miracles.
I started sculpting with Jim Savage, inspired by Jim Savage in 1969 I started.
But he never thought he himself would become a miracle. After working in his Estelline, South Dakota studio in the morning, Roger went inside to use the bathroom. He lost strength on his entire left side and fell.
And I could not turn over. I was so weak I could not turn over.
His wife Joyce heard the crash.
He lay on the floor like this and just so garbled. There was nothing I could do to understand him.
Roger had a stroke. Joyce called 911, but by the time the ambulance arrived,
And Roger was up putting his belt on, ready to go, and the ambulance came and checked him, and he was fine by all practical purposes.
even though he seemed fine, Roger went to the Prairie Lakes ER in Watertown, South Dakota. He had what's called a transient ischemic attack, or TIA for short. It's often referred to as a mini stroke.
There was a possibility they were already talking about dismissing him because he was fine, and everything, the EKG, the tests, the blood work, everything looked fine.
And then I went down and fell flat. And that's where the major stroke happened.
We thought we lost him. I mean, this was like death throes in the whole thing. It was so scary.
Ish-looking substance, that's the brain.
Roger's care team had been in contact with Sioux Falls-based Sanford health neurologist Dr. Karan Topawala. Dr. Topawala said the providers sent a CT scan of Roger's head so he could look at his brain.
But if you look at the same on the right side, you can see that this blood vessels comes out here and then just stops.
And an angiogram to look at his blood vessels.
His carotid artery on the right side was blocked right in the neck. He was in the process of having a major stroke.
Roger was given a strong blood thinner and flown to Sioux Falls.
Immediately proceeded to do a procedure called an emergent mechanical thrombectomy, which basically is a procedure where I put a catheter in an artery either in the hand or in the leg, usually in the leg, and snake that catheter up to the brain where the blockage is, and then the catheter kind of physically sucks that clot out of the body.
It took just 36 minutes from the time Roger had his second stroke to the time Dr. Topawala was operating.
Every minute that blood flow to the brain is obstructed, about 1.9 million neurons die, and 14 billion with a B, synapses, which are connections between these neurons, they are lost.
Dr. Topawala said Sanford USD Medical Center in Sioux Falls has been certified as a comprehensive stroke center. That's the highest level of certification for hospitals when it comes to stroke care.
A comprehensive stroke center is one that is able to manage the most complex neurological disorders related to the blood vessels of the brain.
Today, Roger is creating sculptures again by tapping away at them with his handheld tools. His goal is to be back using machines for his sculptures by this summer.
When I get better, then I'll get my big grinder and I'll go. Yeah.
Joyce said she's thankful for the care Roger received from Dr. Topawala.
He came out to talk to us, and by then we had 10 of our family members in the ER, and he said, Roger, the whole room just stood up. But oh yeah, he kept us so informed, and he made us feel like we were the only patient he had.
In Estelline, Simon Floss, Sanford Health News.